Yo, what's up YouTube? Party Waffles here, and today I'm making you guys my Season 1, The War Within, Arena / Solo Shuffle PvP tier list. Let's get it, okay? Tanks are obviously going to be in the F tier because it's Arena / Solo Shuffle. When I do a BG Blitz tier list, we'll actually rank the tanks accordingly, but they don't really apply too much to Arena. So let's get right into this. It's going to be obviously the best classes in the S tier, and it's going to be worst classes all the way down the ladder. From left to right doesn't matter. It's just going to be just the tier they're in, okay? So let's get right into this. First, Fury Warrior, S tier. Most broken class in the game, in my opinion, every way. Arms Warrior, A tier. Assassination Rogue, S tier. Assass AF is insane. Rogue Mage is fucking insane right now. Sub Rogue, S tier. Sub Rogue AF is insane. Rogue Mage is insane. Outlaw Rogue, A tier. They do massive cleaving damage right now. I think every rogue spec is good right now, right? And Rogue Mage is just absolutely broken. Hunter, I think they're S tier. They have crazy damage. They have a decent amount of survivability right now. There's, again, a lot of Frost Mages, and the Hunters do really well into the Frost Mages. Next, we have Survival Hunter. I think they're super strong, A tier class. Well-rounded, not quite S tier. BM Hunter, I think they're C tier. Demo Lock, I think they're C tier. Demon Hunter, I think they're B tier, little weak, should be probably doing more damage. Also, they're very, so rogues kind of counter Demon Hunters, and they're, there's a lot of rogues right now. So Guardian Druid, that's F tier because it's a tank. Feral Druid, I think Feral Druid is A tier. If in like Feral Mage or something, I think it's S tier, but I think as just a standalone, I think they're A tier. Resto Druid, I think Resto Druid is A tier. They're decent, but the other healers outshine them a lot. I think Boomkin is also A tier. They seem surprisingly tanky right now. Unholy DK, S tier. Like, guys, I'm a DK man. I'm not going to lie to you, right? I'm going to give you the non-biased list, okay? Unholy's S tier right now. It is. And the thing about it is, there's other classes that are better than Unholy, though. And you're going to see how many S tier classes there really is. So I actually think the balance is pretty nice right now. Frost DK, I think Frost DK is, it's a toss-up between B and A for me. I honestly think it's B tier, though. I do think Frost DK is B tier. And as we get more gear and like people have more HP and stuff, it seems harder to execute kills with. I don't really think Frost DK is godly. It could maybe be A tier. Again, I haven't really played any Frost yet. I've only been playing Unholy. But I did play a lot of Frost Unholy, which felt really good. And you know what? Based on that, actually, the games, the Frost Unholy that I played, the Unholy DK was almost doing similar damage to me. So over the course of long games, and they had decent bursts in short games. So I'm actually going to move this to A. I'm going to move this to A. It's like an A- angle, okay? This is like an A-. Blood DK is a tank. Devastation is S tier. They're insane. I see one of these almost every single solo shuffle. Og, I think Og is really good in certain comps, such as Og Unholy Presvoker. I think Presvoker is like insanely broken, S tier. I think Pally is B tier. Rep Pally is also B tier in my opinion, because it's not very, they don't do that much damage, right? No Mortal Strike, no damage. They're mid. Prod Pally is in just the tank tier. Discipline Priest, S tier. I think it's just slightly worse than Prez, so I think it's insanely good though. This is probably like S plus. This is probably like S-. Holy Priest. I mean, they got a buff. They did get a buff. They could be A. Holy Priest could be A or B. I'm not sure. It could honestly be A. But I haven't seen too many of them do too well. Like, it's definitely not as good as Disc Priest. We're actually going to put Holy Priest in A, though, because it's not as good as Disc, but I don't think it's horrendous or anything. SP, A tier. Windwalker Monk, A tier. Again, these two classes. Windwalker does godly damage. Sometimes they do the same damage as me on Unholy, but they also have a Mortal Strike, which doesn't even show on the meters, so it's actually more damage than me. And it's not pad damage, so it's crazy. SP, they're super tanky, large damage right now, same deal. Mistweaver Monk, I'm going to go with B for Mistweaver Monk. Aflock, we're going to go with S tier for. Destro Lock, well, I mean, have you seen any of these play? Right, they're godly. They're doing ungodly amounts of damage. Destro Lock, A tier. Frost Mage, S tier. I think Frost Mage, Fury Warrior, Aflock are probably the best, and maybe Unholy. Honestly, it's hard. Well, and Prez. It's hard to say. There's so many S tier classes that are just so good right now. Like, I want to say, I think the balancing is really good. The fact that most classes are between S and A is really nice. I think they should just bring the outliers, the weaker outliers, just bring them up a little bit. But, yeah. So, Ellie Shaman, I don't think they're anything special in particular. I think they're B tier. Fire Mage, I think Fire Mage is B tier. Resto Shaman, I think Resto Shaman is a good strong healer right now. It's just overshined by Prez and Disc, but I don't think it's bad by any means. Enhanced Shaman, we're going to go with B tier for the Enhanced Shaman because they got a buff. And Arcane Mage, we're going to go with A tier because they have Savage Burst and they can just take you out. But again, they only have one block, so they're not quite as godly as Frost Mage. But yeah, pretty straightforward. There's my list, guys. Again, the classes at the top are going to be the better, more enjoyable classes to play currently in the meta, most likely. Assuming that you like the play style, right? But yes, these are going to be the stronger classes in the meta, and then as you go down, they're going to be worse. And then obviously tanks don't really apply in Arena, so we will rank the tanks in the BG Blitz. But there you have it, guys. So there's my list. Season 1, The War Within, right now in the current patch. Best to worst. I hope you guys liked it. Check me out on twitch.tv/partywafflesx if you haven't already. I stream full-time there every day almost. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you got any recommendations for videos you want to see or anything like that, drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.